but I'm gonna make it, just simple, straight to the point, and break down pretty much the services behind everything. First off, I'm Christopher Derrick. I'm the top educator, one of the top leaders in iMarkets Live. I've been in iMarkets Live since last August. The reason being was because I was actually serving in the military for about 6.5 years. As an interrogator, I did 2 deployments to Afghanistan, and at that point, I started to realize that I didn't owe my time. I was working for people that really didn't show me my self worth. I felt like I was lost. I felt like I really couldn't really get past that plateau of where I needed to go. I knew the only other option that I had was either business, entrepreneurship, or just going back to school. And I really didn't want to get out of the military doing 6.5 years doing all this crazy prestigious stuff, and then going back to live with my parents and not having a source of income. I had to do something different to get something different. So what I started to do was I started to research the foreign currency exchange. I started to see that it was a $5.3 trillion a day industry. And once I saw that, I started to see people that I knew of and that I knew personally start to make 5 figures daily from just pressing buy or sell on their cell phones. Once I understood that concept, it was kind of surreal to me, and I really didn't, I really couldn't really grasp it until I started having massive profits. Long story short, within my first week of studying, a week later, I put $200 into the account and I flipped it to $3,500 in 4 days. Then, I started small because, I heard that there was a rumor, a myth that you have to have, high capital and high equity to build, to actually make money in the Forex market. So I put $50 into the account, flipped that to $1,079 in 5 days. Then I did $1,000 to $20,000 in 5 days. Then, people are still talking crap, so I did a Facebook Live where I flipped $99 to $4,300 in 2 days. And mind you, all this stuff that I'm telling you right now, I made sure that I did all the documentation because I realized the documentation beats conversation. So I put it all on my Facebook so you could research that for yourself, because I don't want you going by just what I say. I want you going by also what you see. Next thing you know, I started hearing about this thing called the harmonic scanner. And next thing you know, I partnered up with a man who's made over, 7 figures, in trading Forex. And at first, I didn't want to be a part of anything. But once I realized that we could actually be part of an educational platform to teach people how to press buy or sell on their cell phones and make, close to 5-6 figures daily if they wanted to, I decided to partner up and go, 100%. As of November, the 4-month time spent from that November time frame, we brought in over 10,000 plus people to over 45 countries, over 45 states. And the reason being is because we realized that we could make more money by studying technical analysis, by drawing things on a chart. To be able to, the Forex markets. Hold on, who's that? Somebody saying something? All right, awesome. So, long story short, Christopher Terry, who's made over 7 figures in trading currencies, in 2008, he was actually retired. He was telling me the story when I went out there to Vegas about 5 months ago. He said that he traveled to everywhere, and he really got to a point in his life where he did everything. He did everything on his bucket list, and he was sitting there. I remember at a coffee shop in Italy saying, "What if he took his whole life's work that made him millions and being able to put it into a service-based educational platform for the average consumer?" So what he did at first was he created 3 different services, educational services, to really help the newest person not know anything about trading currencies and to become a self-sufficient trader. Long story short, now we've upgraded. We're on steroids, and now we have over about 6 different services, and I'm going to break that down to you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and hold on, let me see. Desktop. All right, real quick, if someone can unmute themselves and tell me if they can see my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah,
all right, awesome. First thing that I want to go over, right? The whole point of this is to create a one-stop shop to help someone, open up the doors to investing, trading their money for money instead of time for money. So what we created was, IMO Academy. Now, what IMO Academy is pretty much to help the newest person that doesn't know anything to understand the basic terminology to everything to the advanced, the mindset. Now, I created the first part, which is the 6 parts of the basics. It helps you learn all the terminology. What is a pip? What are the major currency pairs, the different ways of trading, etc. You could be able to go through here. It takes less than 30 minutes. I made sure that I made every single video, less than 5 minutes long to help the newest person. I also put it in a PowerPoint so you guys can have all the information for you at any time that you want. All you can do is log into your back office, right? So you have everything here from the basic, the intermediate. Christopher Terry put over 40 plus videos. Intermediate 2, the advanced aspect, the mindset. It even breaks down harmonics, which I'll break down right after this. market geometry, and he even translated right now to Spanish for the basic and Russian. Okay, it's gonna be translated in 3 other different languages. But yeah, this is the IMO Academy. What this does, people could come on here and pretty much just learn. Okay. Number 2, I know people have been in school before. I know people have cheated on a test before. Imagine having the answers to the entire test. Okay. So what Christopher Terry created was this harmonic scanner. Now, what this does for you, I know it sounds crazy and it looks crazy right now, but pretty much creates these harmonic patterns based off these Fibonacci sequences, which is pretty much, big terminology, but in all reality, what this does for you, it gives you trades. What it does is scans the charts for you 24/7. And anytime that there's a currency pair that's ready for a trade, it gives you the setup. Here, let me pick one right here. I want to show you guys one that's already been accomplished so you guys can see it for yourself. So, for instance, US dollar against the Japanese yen. I don't know if it's loading up right now. Hold on. I have so much stuff pulled up on my thing. All right, here. So here's the euro against the US dollar. What happens here is you see these harmonic patterns, and it gives you an entry, which is where you place the trade, a stop loss, which is your safety net, and then your take profit, okay? Once this hits the entry point, and say, for instance, you press buy, there's about, let me see how many pips this is. 1, 2, 9, about 500 pips. So say, for instance, you saw this come down to this green little entry point. You went to the euro to the US dollar, and you press buy. You had anything less than $500 in a brokerage account. You did 0.10. You will made $500 on just pressing buy by allowing this to hit take profit 3. Once you get bigger accounts, like over 1,000, over a couple thousand, you can do a standard, and you can make $5,000 from just pressing buy at this point. Now, as you can see, there's multiple currency pairs, which means you have how many options? Well, you have options daily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the list goes all the way down. You have that many opportunities to enter a trade just based off the harmonic scanner, letting you know when to enter the trade. Now, even though you have that, and even though you feel comfortable, you're like, okay, that's cool. I have a resource to pretty much, teach me how to trade. I have IMO Academy giving me the terminology, what I need to do. I have the harmonic scanner telling me to enter the trade. So we still understand that it's still not going to help the newest person. So what we created was this thing called IMLTV, right? Eventually, this is going to be a 24-hour live stream. But right now, there's 2 sessions. The London session, and you also have my boy Mike Miles that does the Trade House session. Now, at 2 o'clock Eastern, I'm going to speak for my session. For 2 o'clock Eastern, a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, what happens is I come onto the charts, as you guys can see here, and I break everything down, right? I get at least from Sunday going to Monday, and from Thursday going to Friday, I go over the terminology, I go over the basics, I go over the psychological aspect, and I also go over the technicals. What I do is I teach people how to draw one box, one line, a slanted line, and how they can make thousands of dollars daily, right? So for IML TV, on Monday going to Tuesday, Tuesday going to Wednesday, Wednesday going to Thursday, I pretty much give you 2 to 6 trade setups coming from the scanner, and I walk with you, I pretty much hold your hand throughout the entire process of when to enter the trade. So people have made over $1,000 a night in my trades. People have made over 20 to 30,000. We actually have classrooms in China right now where they have over 50 to 100 people watching the IML TV and having a translator translate at the front while they're watching the video. So that's IML TV. What you're able to see here is you're able to have a live chat. You're pretty much able to just watch, live chat, ask any questions at all, and I'll be able to answer it. As you can see here, there's also a Spanish translation, okay? All right, so next, as IML TV, then you have the auto trader, right? You have FX signals live. Now, the thing about this is we understand there's a couple ways to trade. And when it comes to these services, there's independent trading, which means that you learn on your own and you're trading independently. There's guided trading, where you're using the harmonic scanner and the IML TV. And you also have auto trading. What we realized is, when I first started flipping a lot of money, people offered me like 100,000, 500,000. They said, hey, you flip this money for me, you keep 40%, and they keep 60%, which is pretty awesome, especially if you flip it to millions. But what Christian Terry did was he said, you know what? Why don't we have people, trade, like top traders, 6-7-figure traders come onto the auto trader. You're able to pick the trader that you want, right? Click on the person, and then all of a sudden, like here, I'll give an example. You click on the person that you want, you're able to see the whole trading metrics. You're able to see the winning trading percentage, the average win, the average loss. What's up? and 135% return on investment on the growth. You're able to see everything here. You're able to see the open trades, the closed trades. If you do simulation, let's say we do 500 and you did a 4% risk, because if the risk is only 1%. So 4% risk, okay? What this is a 4-year plan. You're able to see everything. All you do is you pick the trade that you want. You're gonna see, you put money into a brokerage account. There's gonna be a yellow button up here that says copy trades. You click copy trades and you close your laptop. Whenever they take a trade, a person takes a trade into your account. $500 with a 4% risk, right? When you simulate it, this is gonna be a 4-year plan. Mind you, you could withdraw or deposit at any time. This is without you, withdrawing anything, right? First year, you profit around $3,519, hands free. Okay. Then you have an account balance of $4,019 in your account. The next year, the second year, you make around $28,000. You have about $32,308 in your account. Now that's already a lot more money than most average Americans, right? And in the third year, you profit around $227,000, and you have about $259,722 in your account. That's a 6-figure income coming hands free. Okay. Now the fourth year, you profit about 1.8 million, and you have account balance of 2 million in your account. This is a penny double on everyday concept. This isn't let's get quick money. This is compound interest over time, a monthly positive return on investment. That's all it is, right? So that's the auto trader. Okay. All right. Let's go back to this. You also have daily swing trades. Well, Chris Terry, the man who's made over 7 figures in trading currency, it gives you at least 3 to 5 trade setups, daily swings, which is longer term trades, which means more money being made, right? He gives you a video, approximately 3 to 5 minutes long, breaking down 3 to 5 trades that he would personally take himself, and to give you the reasoning of why you entered that trade in the first place. And then you also have books, which is going to be trading books as well, okay? Last but not least, I'm going to stop sharing for now, all right? Last but not least, okay, so you have, IMO Academy, you have the Auto Trader, you have the Harmonic Scanner, you have IML TV, you have the Daily Swing Trades. You also have, the books is going to be coming out as well. You also have swipe trades. Now, what this is, it allows professionals to analyze the charts for you. This is for people that are busy, right? These are for people that are going to school full-time. Right? These are for people that's actually going to work full-time. They're busy throughout their daily schedules. We want to make it as easy accessible for you guys because we understand the situations when you're going and trying to create that part-time fortune, right? You're going to have these top traders analyze the charts for you, right? Has anyone, just raise your hand, ever used the app called Tinder before? It's pretty much just like that, except it's for signals, right? It's for trade forecasts, right? What happens is you're gonna get an app, right, called IMO Swipe Trades. You can actually download it right now. They're updating it right now as we speak. What's gonna happen is you're gonna get an alert, a dashboard alert sent to your phone. So it'll just ring. As long as your notifications are on, you'll hear it. Once you go on there, you're going to see a trade setup. You're going to have a picture of the trade setup, okay? And you're either going to swipe right if you want the trade or swipe left if you don't want it. Or if you don't want to do that, there's a little green button if you want it and a red button if you don't want it. Now, what happens when you pick the trade, you're going to have at least 2 different chart markers, 2 pictures of the trade setup. So it helps you have that visual representation for why you're entering that trade. And then you're going to have everything from the currency pair that you're supposed to pick, the entry, the stop loss, the take profits. You're going to have a little clipboard next to every single, thing that's on there for the entry, stop loss, everything. All you do is press that button. It copies to your clipboard. You paste it onto your MetaTrader 4, and you set it and forget it. Now, Justin Adams, I'm going to give an example. His first 8 weeks of giving out signals, giving out forecasts, he caught 9,000 pips in 8 weeks. So if you had anything less than $1,000 in your account, you had a 0.10, which you'll learn this to the IML Academy, right? So I know it sounds crazy, but a 0.10 from just copying his trades alone, you would have made around $9,000 in 8 weeks, right? We have the documentation to prove it. $9,000 in 8 weeks. And if you had a larger account, more than a couple thousand in your account, if you did a standard 1.00 lot, you would have made $90,000 a matter of 8 weeks. Okay. So with that being said, that's comfort trading. That's just easier, to help the average person to be able to have something to help them learn, but mostly earn at the same time and put themselves in the vibration of creating money. What this is a true educational platform. This ain't just signals, right? This is not just over promising and under delivering. This is not hype. This is real facts, education, everything that's needed to help the newest person. And if you need one-on-one type stuff, you have IML TV. So broke everything down. With that being said, I don't know if Matt Rosa is still here.